Hello YouTube, this is actually my first time being, sharing a video with everyone. I know that's kind of new to me, but let me just first off introduce myself. So my name's Jackie, and I've always been really interested in beauty products and makeup, skincare, and all that jazz. Um, a little background of my skin. I've always had really sensitive, easily flushed, easily reactive skin, and so a lot of time I spent researching on beauty products that would work. And there are high-end ones, of course, like Sephora, Nordstrom's, Macy's, all those department stores, and also, ones from Sephora where you have a mixture of, some of the lower, more affordable products, and then you have the really high-end products. So I found some that really worked out for me, and yeah, I'm ready to share when I have, oh, and I also have really oily skin too, so that's also a problem. It's more of like finding that something that's good for my sensitive skin, and also ones that kind of can control my oily skin. So I'm going to start off right now with some of my morning products and how I um, use them. And yeah, I know this might not be for everyone. I know that everyone has different skin you know, skin types, and this is just, these are some of the products that I use. So if you'd like to take my advice or like to try them out, these are all purchased by me. There's no one who's sponsoring me to do this. It's just out of my passion for makeup and skincare, and really just bettering of my skin, and really just looking pretty, like, your typical girl. We always like to look good, be confident. So these are just some of the products that I would want to share with you guys. So first off, every morning lately I've been using the Clarisonic. I use this one. This one's the older version. I know they have a newer one. But this one I've used for a few years, and it still lasts pretty long, so I would say it was a pretty good investment. This one I'm using the sensitive, or not the sensitive, the delicate brush head, and I've used the sensitive one. That one's like the gray one, I believe. And you can get these from Sephora, from Ulta, um, and places, beauty stores pretty much. And they run around like 20 something, close to 30, but they are really great for your cleanser to really clean your skin. And if you're always wearing makeup, this is really good to clean your pores. I have really sensitive skin, so meaning skin that would easily flush if I am out in the sun for too long, or if I just eat something spicy, or even if sometimes like I might get like a little rash out of the blue, and I don't know why, but I don't think it's the product. I think it might be sometimes like when I eat certain foods, it just happens and it goes away. It could be some of the products too, but not these products lately. So I really enjoyed them, and I usually just put a little bit of the Purity by Philosophy, and this has been really great. I would say it's pretty comparable to the Cetaphil one, the Gentle Cleanser over here. I just actually purchased this yesterday from CVS, and I got the little bottle because I don't normally use um, like big bottled products, because my skin changes, and I feel like sometimes I just want to switch it up a little bit because I don't want my skin to get used to it and not be as effective. So what I do is I wet the brush and I wet my face, and I do a circle of the cleanser that I'm using. So lately from the morning I've just been using this Purity one because I feel like it moisturizes and it feels nice. It has this slight scent to it, but it's not like florally or too strong where it's like, oh gosh, like what am I putting on my face? Because if you have sensitive skin, you want to avoid all the fragrances, any any like really strongly um, scented products, because that could be a factor that irritates your skin. So I do that, and I set it for like a minute, and just let it go. Start off by doing like a U motion, under my eyes, and then down to the side, down my nose, and then you want to get the corner of your nose because that's where all your like pores are. And then like this, and then right around the lower cheeks, jawline. Sometimes you might want to get your neck because there's a lot of dead skin cells there. Keep going, go back up. Just kind of glide through my forehead and off to the sides. I don't usually do the circular motion. I know some people like do the circular motion, but I don't want to irritate my skin. And I know even though this is gentle, I still don't want to, you know, like do this. So I just glide it over and back down, and usually come back to the area that my pores are the biggest. So around like this area is where I notice them most. And yeah, and so 1 minute's up, and I usually use a towel, face towel, and I wet it with some like warm water. And then I just kind of put on the towel, and I'm just gonna rinse it and rub it a little bit to try to get all the product off. Rinse my towel, and then I go back into it and do it again with the hot water. And then after that, I wring it out, and then I use 1 time of cold water to kind of close up the pores, because hot water opens up your pores, and you want cold water to close up those pores that you just kind of kind of what's it called? Sorry, I get by the exact terms, but yeah. So basically, what we need to know is that hot water opens up pores, and cold water shrinks pores. So yeah, so that's the part of the cleansing process. And after that, I tone my face with this product called by Fab First Aid Beauty, and it's called the Ultra Repair Liquid Recovery, right here. And this stuff is great. When it first came out, I wasn't expecting to find this, but I found it at Sephora, and I like go to Sephora at least like once a week, just to check out their products and any new items that come out, especially for sensitive skin, because I'm always looking for products like that. And it's hard for me to actually find things that really work, because I want to combat the oiliness, and I also want to make sure that it's good enough, like it's okay for my sensitive skin, because it's kind of frustrating because some things say it's okay for sensitive skin, but I think mine is like hypersensitive. So it's like some products with the labels that have said it's okay for sensitive skin, it wasn't okay for my skin. So like I said, it's different for everyone, and it might be okay for one person but not the other. But I found this one to be very good for just soothing, like redness. If you guys have any redness on your cheeks, around your nose, maybe like a little bit on your chin, this is great. Like I do 5 drops, and I rub them together on my hands, and they usually recommend like patting it onto your face, but usually since it's so watery, I just kind of let it kind of just smother it all over my face. Sometimes the remainder under my, like where my neck area is. And then I go into patting it, and then just really letting it absorb. It absorbs pretty fast, but it feels so nice, and it's not your traditional like spray toner or the ones where you need like a cotton pad. I usually just use my hands. The next item I've been using actually is the Josie Maran SPF, and so I don't actually have or own it's like SPF 47. It's like one of the new ones, but I used to use the Josie Maran the light version, because it's just not as oily, and it really just moisturizes, and I like how it was like a semi-matte finish. But I just got a sample of this like 2 days ago when Sephora was still having their 15% off for VIP members, and so I got a sample, and it smells so good because I tested it at the store, and it was moisturizing. It was light, but I think the sunscreen in it made it kind of like oily, so like because I was in the light, and I was like, wow, this is so like oily. It didn't feel oily, it was more of like, it just seemed like it would take forever to absorb, so I just kind of like tissued it off. And then I was like, oh, now it looks kind of like semi-matte. So I thought, okay, well, maybe that's how it is. So, because I know it does contain some of the argan oil in here, but it smells pretty good. Like, I like it. I like Josie Maran's, like, products, and I'll mention more about the nighttime routine. But I use the cleansing oil, so I'll tell you guys more about that later. But this, I would just use like, you know, one of those triangular sponges that you guys can find at like CVS, Target. So those ones, I don't want to like use my fingers to like, I think they said it would have like bacteria, or I was told that there's like bacteria on your hands and you're using all these products and there's dust everywhere, so you don't want to like, you know, contaminate like what you have on your clean face. So I just started using one of those triangular sponges that to kind of apply on my face. And so I just do that and then like dot my face and forehead, nose, chin, and just kind of like, you know, spread it over, and it's more even when you do that. And lastly, I prime my face, and you know what? This is like the mini version. It's so cute, right, everyone? Yeah, it's like the Hourglass mineral primer, and it looks like this. I know. Sorry about the screen going from dark to light. I'm just really trying to get to know how to use the YouTube recording option. But also during the VIB sale, I purchased the bigger version, and it was the last one, and I was so happy. But this one it has SPF, it's oil free, it's paraben free, fragrance free, nanoparticle free, gluten free, synthetic dye free, sulfate free, phthalate free, and it's vegan. So I mean, all of them sound pretty good, and pretty much an even skin tone, neutralizes redness, ensures a flawless makeup application, and it has a satin finish. I think it's more of a matte finish for me. But after you apply this, you don't even need a lot. You need like probably like half a pump for your whole, like, you don't put it on your whole face. Well, at least I don't put it on my whole face. I just rub it together, and then maybe a little here, and then on my chin. But that's what I do, and yeah. So I was saying it's kind of like a matte finish for me, and then right away, because it does kind of dry out your skin, I wash my hands really quick because it gets really oily for some reason. I'm not sure why. So I go into, and then after applying, I go into, oh shoot, I don't have my beauty blender, but I'll include that next time. It's just the little water droplet sponge, and so that's been something that I've been using for a long time, and it's just delivered such a great you know, it just provides such great coverage, and it just makes it look really flawless, like your skin very flawless. You cover those areas where you really need. I mean, I used it today, and what I'm wearing is, you know, I use all these products today for my morning routine, and yeah, you can't really see you know, much redness. I mean, other than here with my blush, it covers. I use the Dior Nude. I switch off between the 21 and the 31. They both like more on the yellow yellow tones, or yellow undertones, sorry, and they have worked pretty well for me. It's very hydrating, so it combats like the flakiness and dryness during the winter. And now that it's summer, I want to keep it light, and I don't want anything too heavy because I just feel like I'm just clogging my pores and my skin's not able to breathe. So I found that to be something that's really helped moisturize and kind of cleared out my skin, because I'm giving it, you know, more moisture, and skin needs moisture, because if you don't provide it with enough moisture, especially for oily skin types, it tries to produce oils, and so that's why you're getting even more oily throughout the day. And so that's why it's so important to use a primer to really moisturize your skin before you apply your makeup. And also, it's good to use a pressed powder and not just like brush it onto your face with like one of the powder brushes. I know some people use it that way, but I just prefer, and it's suggested to use like a sponge and kind of just roll it on, and especially the T-zone, but not like exactly the whole face, because sometimes people get like dryness in the cheeks, like for combo skin types. So I mean, that's something that's worked for me, and I realized that like in pictures I was like, oh, I don't see my shiny like T-spots, so or T-zones, and So I'll post some pictures from like back then when I used to use all sorts of products, and I just really used to look like a greaseball, and I was just get so frustrated because like I did, try to blot and try to, control the oiliness, and you know what, lately it's been pretty good so far. I think I've I've gotten it down to a science, and um I think it's a lot about like the products you use and how you use them. So I know this video is getting really long, so I'm just going to speed it up on the nighttime routine. Basically, I use this Clinique Take the Day Off makeup remover for lids, lashes, and lips. So this has been my like HG product for eyes forever. I've tried the Neutrogena one that they compared to like on YouTube videos and even on like websites. This has been a really great product. It's really light. It doesn't feel oily at all. It's great for waterproof makeup, and I use like cotton pads and let it sit for about 10 seconds. Give it a little like wipe, and boom, there it goes. After I follow with the Josie Maran Bare Naked wipes, and these are awesome because it contains aloe vera, chamomile, argan oil, cucumber, and vitamin E. It's free of fragrance, parabens, petrochemicals, and they're just great. I used to use Pond's, but it was a little drying for me, and so I started using this because it has like the oils, and I've been into the whole Josie Maran argan oil thing, and I've tried different oils as well, but this has been the best. On my face, after I wipe all the makeup off, I immediately, no water, I immediately go use I use a pump of this Josie Maran cleansing oil, and it's the Nourishing Argan Oil Daily Cleanser for all skin types. And so this has really helped with the dryness in my skin, and so I just go in and kind of use one pump and just kind of put it all over my face, and then I wet my hands and I just kind of rub it into my skin, and it turns into this milky texture, and so it's really nice because it feels like it's really moisturizing your face and also cleaning all your makeup off. And so that's what I do, and then I just use a towel, wet my towel, and the same process as what I do in the morning. I just wet it with warm water, and then I just like, kind of rub all the products off, rinse it, get more of the hot water, rinse, 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 rub, and then get cold water, and then that's when I pat everything down to shrink those pores, because you don't want to leave the pores open, and that's just, you want to put products in when they're open, because that's when they get clogged as well. So I follow up. Since my skin's been sensitive, I use this on my skin. It's the CVS brand, but it's the hydrocortisone cream, and it's especially for sensitive skin, sensitive formula. It's fragrance free and has soothing aloe. It's 0.5 hydrocortisone, sorry, long word. And I just put a dab of it like in the patches where it's kind of red. I don't use any moisturizers for nighttime. I know that's kind of bad, because that's when your skin absorbs the moisture the most, and it's the best time for like the skin to really like be moisturized and prepped for the next day. But it's been kind of a battle with my skin. I used to have really sensitive skin, and I think one time I just started off using this all over my face, and that was a bad idea because you're not supposed to use this kind of cream all over your face. It's actually really kind of like a steroid. So I've done some research, but this one is the lowest amount you can get, 0.05, I believe. I think that might be 0.01 or 0.1. Um, 0.01. I'm not sure, but I've seen at drugstores that there's the 0.5 and then there's the 1%. So depending on how your skin is, I would just recommend the 0.5. They do have different brands too, but the CVS brand I thought was just, ooh, the sensitive formula. That kind of caught me. But I've been using this, and I need to use it. I've tried using just a plain moisturizer on my face at night, and the next day I just would have a reaction. So I'm thinking maybe because of the steroid in some of these in this product, because I consulted with my dermatologist, and she was saying that, yeah, you're not supposed to put it on your whole entire face, and if you do, you kind of have to keep using it, and you just have to slowly reduce the amount. And I don't know if you guys have any suggestions on, like, if you guys have used this product. But if you guys could let me know or fill me in on, like, what you guys do if you have really sensitive skin or a similar background to me, maybe you guys can share your thoughts. But yeah, I just use this, and I have an eye cream, but I don't consistently use it. But I've heard from MAC, this one's pretty good. It's usually before your makeup, but it's called the Vibrancy Eye Primer, and it's to, prime your eyes, and it has like these little shiny particles that kind of brighten up your eye area, and it's pretty moisturizing. It has kind of like a cooling effect, and I liked it. Sometimes I would use it at night. I'm not sure if that's recommended, but it feels nice, so I like that. And yeah, that's about it. And usually I use my hand cream right here. This is um, the L'Occitane hand cream, and it's the cherry blossom version, and I love it. It just like moisturizes your hands. And I also use the sugar. I don't have it here with me, but it's like the sugar lip balm or chapstick. I don't know, sugar balm, right? And by Fresh, and it's just really good. I have the scrub too, and it exfoliates my lips, and it's just great. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you guys would like to share any of the products that you use or would make any recommendations, I would really want to know about, like, what your thoughts are about this. I've I know I've talked to dermatologists, but I know you guys probably done your research too, like if you have sensitive skin and maybe came across this product. So yeah, if you guys could, make any suggestions, I'd be really open to it. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. And yeah, enjoy the video. Bye.